October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and this is day 25 of my month-long series, This is What Abuse Looks Like. We spent the last few weeks speaking about the pain, the control, and the trauma. So now we're going to move into the healing side of things, because awareness is only the first step. Healing is what comes next. And one of the most powerful parts of that process is reconnecting with your inner little dude. That younger version of you that existed before the world told you who you are. Mine is Shani Boo Boo. Hi! So your inner little dude is your most authentic self. The one who laughed loud, played freely, loved easily, and trusted the world before it hurt them. Every single one of us is all of our ages at once. We are 1, we are 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 49. All of those versions of us still exist inside. So when someone calls you childish or immature, what's really happening is your inner little dude is stepping in and saying, hey, that hurt. That's not okay. And that's not immature. That's communication. That's the part of you that still remembers what injustice feels like. Most of us were taught to silence that part of us early on. Maybe you were told to stop crying, grow up, toughen up, be the adult. Maybe you had to be the caretaker, the parentified child, like I was, or the peacekeeper, always smoothing things over to survive. So you buried your inner little dude. For a while, that worked. It kept you safe. But masking and fawning and people-pleasing, that comes at a cost. They protect you. Yet they also silence the real you. And that silence, it becomes heavy. It turns into anxiety, emptiness, disconnection, and the feeling that something's missing. Because something is missing. When you finally start trying to reconnect with that younger part of you, it's uncomfortable as hell. It feels wrong at first. Almost like holy water on the skin. Your nervous system fights it because that part of you hasn't been allowed out in years. You might cry for no reason or feel anger bubble up out of nowhere. That's normal. That's your body remembering what safety feels like, and it's trying to recalibrate. It gets worse before it gets better. Especially if you've been disconnected for a very long time. But the longer that you've been away from that inner little dude, the more important it is to come back to them. Because healing doesn't come from ignoring your pain. It comes from listening to it. For me, that part is Shani Boo Boo. The version of me who still giggles, dances around, loves bright colors, and thinks everything is magical. Because it is. For years, I buried her under responsibility, perfection, and fear. Now I let her out. She's the part of me that laughs too loud, sings off key, paints messy, and doesn't care if it's perfect. She's my joy. And she reminds me every day that joy isn't childish, it's sacred. So, how do you know if your inner little dude is speaking? Well, you feel triggered or overly emotionally about something small. Or you catch yourself trying to keep the peace at your own expense. You freeze or shut down when someone raises their voice. You crave play or creativity, but you feel guilty for it. You feel resistance to rest or fun, like you have to earn joy. Those are all signs that your inner little dude is tapping you on the shoulder, whispering, hey, hey, please don't forget me. Integration is when you stop running from that part of yourself and you finally listen. When you comfort them instead of shaming them. When you stop telling them to get over it and start saying, I see you. I hear you. I've got you. When you do that, the walls start to come down. Your emotions make sense again. Your laughter comes easier. And that heaviness that you've been carrying, it begins to lift. Not because it's gone, but because you're no longer carrying it. You're not carrying it alone. Because to heal, you first must act like a child. You have to remember what it feels like to play, imagine, to trust, to feel safe enough to be silly again. Healing isn't about growing tougher. It's about becoming softer with yourself. And the more that you allow that softness, the more your inner little dude can finally rest. Because they finally know you're home. So today I want to walk you through a visualization that helps me reconnect, that helps you, rather, reconnect with your inner little dude. You can do this anytime you feel disconnected, overwhelmed, or numb. It's gentle, it's safe, and it's meant to remind your body what peace feels like again. So today, I want to walk you through a visualization that helps you reconnect with your inner little dude. You can do this anytime you feel disconnected, overwhelmed, or numb. It's gentle, it's safe, and it's meant to remind your body what peace feels like again. This inner little dude visualization was written by me, and it's called The Garden Ride. Before we start, know that it's completely okay to pause if you need to get something comfortable. Some people like to have a soft blanket or hoodie, something that makes them feel safe or secure. If you have that handy, grab it. If not, that's okay too. This is your space, your time, your healing. When you're ready, let's begin. Find your space, a quiet spot where you can relax, either lying down or leaning back in your seat. If you're sitting, plant both feet on the ground, please. If you're lying down, let your body sink into the surface beneath you. Now gently close your eyes. Take a slow breath in through your nose and release it through your mouth. Good. Let's do that again. Slow breath in through the nose. And release through your mouth. Unclench your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Soften your belly. Uncurl your fingers and toes. Let your legs grow heavy. With every breath, feel your body setting deeper into calm. Now imagine yourself standing in a beautiful garden. You smell your favorite flowers, maybe roses, lilacs, or wildflowers. You hear the breeze rustling through the leaves. The sunlight is soft, warm, perfect. As you walk down the path, you notice someone ahead, a smaller version of you, your inner little dude. They might look exactly like you did when you were young, or maybe a mix of ages. However they appear, it's perfect. They see you. You smile. Reach out your hand. When they're ready, they take it. Together, you walk through the garden until it opens into a park. Right in the center is a carousel, colorful, bright, spinning slowly in the light. Your inner little dude's eyes light up. Their favorite ride. Maybe a horse, a dragon, unicorn, or a sleigh. It's waiting for them. You both climb on. The music starts, soft, playful, familiar. The carousel begins to move, slowly at first, then a little faster. You feel the wind in your hair, the butterflies in your stomach. You laugh. Your inner little dude laughs too. It goes faster, as fast as you both want to go. You're smiling, free, full of life. This feeling is joy. And when you've had enough, the ride begins to slow. The music fades softer. You both take a break. You take a deep breath. You're smiling. Maybe your inner little dude is thirsty or hungry after the ride. You walk together to a small concession stand nearby. There's every childhood favorite. Popcorn, corn dogs, cotton candy, lemonade, maybe ice cream. You both pick what feels right and you sit together, enjoying the taste, the warmth, the peace. Nothing to fix, nothing to hide, just being together. When you finish, your inner little dude yawns. They're tired. You stand and you kneel down to their height. You wrap them in the warmest, purest hug you've ever given. That hug That connection is integration. Whisper softly, "You're enough." You're loved no matter what. You're safe now. You're perfect just the way you are. Let those words sink deep. You're not separate anymore. You're one. As you pull back from the hug, one of you makes a silly face, and you both laugh again. That laughter is healing. That joy is freedom. Now it's time to leave the park. Take their hand again. Walk back down the path toward the garden. As you walk, the scene slowly fades. Slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch gently. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. You can open your eyes whenever you like. Thank yourself and your inner little dude for showing up, for trusting, for being brave enough to reconnect. And remember, if your mind took you somewhere different, that's okay too. Whatever came up is exactly what needed to come up. It's your body showing you what still needs to be worked on and what needs love. That, my friends, is what reconnecting feels like. And remember, if your mind took you somewhere else, that's okay too. Whatever came up for you is exactly what needed to. It's your body showing you what still needs love. That, my friends, is what reconnecting feels like. It's soft, it's tender, it's sometimes messy, and it's all worth every second. Keep listening to your inner little dude when it wants to talk. They'll tell you everything you need to know about what you still need to heal and what joy still lives inside of you. I'm Shauna Korn of Shauna Korn Mindshift Coaching, a trauma recovery coach. Thank you very much for watching day 25 of my month-long series. This is what abuse looks like. And we have officially shifted over into this is what healing looks like. I love you guys. Take care.